Hey guys, what's the worst injury you've ever seen in person?
I don't know. I can't really recall. I cut the tip of my finger off once.
I saw somebody get hit with a moped in India on the street.
Like bad?
Yeah, like we were boarding a bus. It was a work event, and I waved him like, "Hey, it's clear," and he came into the street and got crushed.
Do you just walk away?
Like you're talking about like one of those Instagram reel videos that someone
You set him up?
I don't know. I think Troy's about to be mine.
Accidentally.
Opening that can up.
That's evil.
It was tough though. I mean, the whole rest of the night, his pants were all fucked up, like torn.
Oh, so you were with him the rest of the night?
No, I was. Like he was with the group, and his pants were all shredded up.
He's just giving you the evil eye all night.
Well, he didn't die.
I mean, he powered through the events of the night, but he didn't die, but he was.
Oh, well, that's kind of lame. Then.
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty
Really
serious.
ruined.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I got.
I see my brother. We were playing softball, and there was a line drive hit, and I was playing left field. He was playing left center, and it got up in the lights, and I was watching it, and it was a line drive, and it hit him square in the forehead. It's like smack dab. Sounded like you hit a watermelon with a baseball bat.
Did he get the seams imprinted in his head too?
His forehead busted open like Harry Potter.
Oh,
Like right here. Like, yeah, it was gushing. He had to be taken. I think he had like 6 or 7 stitches.
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll wake you up.
That's pretty cool.
Did you always make the joke then? Yeah, hope that knocks some sense into you.
Yeah.
So
What about you?
me, the worst injury in person. Oh, our own dad. He was chopping kindling once, and he came down with the hatchet, and we could only see his back. We're standing behind him. Just starts, ah!
And you know, dads always like mess around. They're like, oh, like and nothing happened. They
with
turn
the old,
around.
The old thumb and that.
Yeah, and he
whatever
turned
that's-
around, and there was just blood all over his
And
hand.
it's like his thumb was down. It's like, well, you're not holding the thumb.
Yeah, so I guess so. We share one. So, all right. On that note, guys, let's get after it.
All right, live from behind the bus, it's fridge brick time.
Welcome to another episode.
In today's episode, we have Tom Burns from the Green Bay house here. How you doing, Tom?
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Now you're on our turf.
Yeah, we
I
got
know,
you. We got
I know.
you out
You're
of
usually
your
at my
element.
house. Yeah, I know.
Drinking in your garage and
Now we're drinking here.
For the people that don't know, Tom owns the Green Bay house. It's a tailgate house right close to
That's
Lambeau.
right.
What, 2
Yep.
blocks away?
in
2
Green
blocks.
Bay.
Yeah, we're 2 blocks in Ashwaubenon, technically.
Yeah.
right.
Very
Yeah.
specific.
I'll drink to that.
So that's how we found him, through tailgating.
That's right.
And
That
you-
first time was like 2021, probably. You guys were over.
I think so.
Yeah, somewhere around there. 4 years now. It's crazy.
It's really been that. I felt like it was like last year.
It's well, this will be our 5th season tailgating the house, which is crazy. 5th full season. So yeah, time flies.
So Packers are doing well too. So
Hopefully
we'll
see.
keep it going. Yeah.
And the Bears still suck.
Always.
Before we get into talking more about your garage and all of that, we want to start with a little game for you.
Love it.
It's more of a questionnaire since you're a professional with what's allowed in a garage.
Well, I thought it was going to be
Oh.
called "What Would Ty Pennington Do?"
Yeah, we'll get into Ty Pennington later.
I tell you
too.
what he'd do. He'd move that bus.
Move that bus.
Well, that's not what the game is, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry.
This game is simple. Is it allowed in the garage?
Okay, I love this. Now, is this your standard conventional garage space, or is this a tailgate space like I have?
You can elaborate on any way you want to do it. Like I was going to say,
Why don't we go conventional garage?
Okay.
That's more. I think that's more relatable.
what people
Before Ty
Yeah.
Pennington, pre-Ty Pennington.
And now, I have some good takes on this, so I think I can
All
be
right.
the good judge here.
Actually, I like that. That will make things easier. That's where we draw the line.
Conventional garage.
Conventional garage.
Okay.
Pre-Ty Pennington.
Okay.
2-car or 3-car?
Let's do a
2.5.
I was just
It's
going to say
important.
That's like traditional, 2.5. I
Yeah, I
mean,
feel like
most
that's
people would
2.
prefer 3, but
Okay.
I don't even know what the extra half is. I guess that's like that little bump out storage that you have in
Yeah,
the back.
that's
technically.
where that might become into factor with some of these
Yes, for
questions.
sure. That's why it's good to clarify.
Okay. We'll start with an easy one.
Attached or detached?
Attached garage. We'll view it that way.
Sorry, the last question.
I know.
This is all good.
At any second, the wife can peek her head out. And,
Oh, good to know.
Heated or not
Yeah.
heated?
All right, Jesus Christ. Your standard, okay, here it is. A standard garage, only one side has drywall. The side that's connected to the house. The rest
No, I'm done,
is
I'm
the
done.
wall fire rated. Is it?
I'm done.
And the garage is up to code.
Groundwork.
Done
All right.
asking questions.
How many outlets?
Okay.
All right, sick.
All right. And we'll start with the easy one. Is it allowed in the garage? A couch.
I mean, I think you could always do a 2.5 is perfect to push the couch up on the side. Remember King of Queens when Doug had the couch and the TV set up in his garage?
See, like you're saying it's okay if you want to set up a man cave, kind of set up on one side.
Yeah, no doubt. I think there's a way to, even if you use a conventional garage for vehicles, you can set it up so that stuff can kind of float in and out as you need to. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Troy, Colt.
Yes, I would say absolutely.
I'd say, well, yes, but I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. Conventional, it takes up too much
No,
space.
I'd say, I'm going to go no. No, it's just no couch.
I say
If anything,
allowed, but it's
lawn
not
chairs.
practical. Not
Lawn
practical.
chairs, yes. Couch, no.
I'm going yes.
Okay.
In case it's raining out and
Okay,
you got a
who
couple
won?
buddies come over.
See, like I view it as yes, if you want to do it and you want to upkeep and have that in there. But
Yeah.
I think you have to have a TV in there as well.
Yeah. you
The
can't-
better
yeah.
move is if you go those stackable bar stools and then you just pull those out for people.
Oh, okay.
And then they
That's
just
another
tuck
good
them in
way.
the corner.
That's another
That's
good way to
probably what
look at
Ty
it.
Penn-
There's a
Pennington
better,
would do.
yeah. There's a bit more efficient for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So next one.
Okay.
Is it allowed in the garage? A golf simulator.
Nah. Too much.
I was going to say for a two-car garage, 2.5 stall garage, no.
Attached, no. Detached, yes.
Okay.
Well, we're getting really technical.
Yeah.
He's bending the rules there, but
Have
like,
you
I
guys
get it.
seen the, they sell like golf simulator shacks that you can buy in a kit and like put up outside your house. Have you seen that?
We're
It's
not
like a
much
whole
of golfers
Yeah,
ourselves.
we're not,
so
yeah,
we
we're
don't-
not much of a golfer.
I feel like if you're going to do that, go all out and then you're just basically converting a space, but
You're
I don't know.
sacrificing space again like
Exactly.
a couch.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all about utilizing the space for stuff like the lawnmower, the snow blower.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think conventional garage golf simulator is too over the top. That's more like put in the basement.
I think if you have room in your basement, that's where it goes.
Yep.
But some of the basements you have to dig like lower in order
do.
for them to fit. So
Yep. That's their problem, though.
Might as well put a bowling alley. I would put a bowling alley in my garage
Yeah.
before a golf
Okay.
simulator. Is that on the list?
Well, you guys can, if we get towards the end and we're going quick on time, you guys can add to the list, like bowling alleys or whatever
bowling
you want.
alley, hot tub, vending
So-
machine.
Okay, next one. Is it allowed in the garage? A workbench.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Have to, right? Have to have something for
Yeah.
the tools.
Yep. So you're a person, you view that that's okay.
I think it's good. I personally, I have my tools in the basement. That's another comment I'll get is, where do you put all your tools? I can't tell you how many people say that.
That they find your garage.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
see the tool.
I don't
Hey,
see- where does the snowblower go?
It's in the basement, too. I have a confession to make. I don't have a workbench in my garage either.
I don't have an actual one. I just have like shelves with the
That's-
tools. My
yeah.
workbench is in my
like,
basement.
I got one of those Husky
Toolboxes,
like cabinets that
roll-
kind of
Yeah.
rolls around.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I put that in the basement.
Well, mine
Yeah.
migrate during the summer. I mean, all my tools are kind of in the garage. They're
Spread
kind of,
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of some are on the shelf, some are on the
Yeah,
ground
yeah,
in bags,
mixed
and
up.
then when it gets cold out and working on stuff inside, then they
Yeah.
make their way to the basement. Mm-hmm. So they migrate.
but it's allowed. Like you, even though we don't keep tool or workbenches in your garage, but I think it's a thing. It's fair enough to put it in there.
I think that's like kind of a dying accessory in the modern garage, isn't it? Like if you
Actually-
go to like your parents or grandparents, workbench was like that's
It's a
like
staple. It was
is
there.
a staple. Nowadays, like nobody really has it in a new build construction. You don't see many workbenches in the garage.
because they're putting golf simulators in them.
Yeah, and couches.
Yeah, couches.
Nobody wants to get their hands dirty these days.
Okay, well,
Ty Pennington probably has like all workbenches in his garage. Every wall is a
Everybody's too
workbench.
busy putting gay bars in their garage.
it's just a
hanging
fad.
iPads on the wall.
It's just a fad. So, all right, on to the fun ones. Is it allowed in the garage? Keeping exotic pets, for
No.
example, like keeping chimpanzees in cages.
No, that's
At
too
least in
much.
Wisconsin.
Don't do it in
Where it gets cold,
Wisconsin.
where it
Yeah.
gets cold. I mean,
Wait,
if
are you
were
saying
somewhere in
yes or
Florida-
no, Troy? You said except in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I say
but you-
maybe if you were going to do something like
you're in
that, like down
Florida?
in Florida where the temperature, you don't have to worry about
I
it.
feel like if
Yeah.
you were asked this question in Florida, they would give different answers.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
old Bengal tiger. Yeah,
That's
for
when you
sure.
always hear the stories like the anaconda breaks out of somebody's house and like eats a neighbor's
A
dog.
good story
Well,
starts in the garage.
Where
Yeah.
did you have it? In
Oh,
the
it was
garage?
in the garage. Yeah, I must have left the door open.
I mean, if you really wanted to, yeah, you could leave the garage door like half
cracked.
open, and all of a sudden you get like a possum in there, family of possums.
Cuddling on the garage couch with his anaconda. and his-
Yeah.
A good question is, what's the weirdest animal that you guys have had infiltrate your garage?
A bird.
Bird? Yeah, I've had a few birds.
Raccoon.
Growing up, we had a woodchuck.
I think we had a snake get in.
You did?
I
Are we
had
talking about a
snake-
little? Are we talking like a little garden
Grass snake.
snake?
No,
Yeah.
my parents' house. I don't remember. It was like, I don't know. What are the snakes around here? I don't even know. I'm not a snake guy.
Garden,
Grass snakes
gardener,
or
I mean, like
grass
a
snake?
gardener.
Is that's the same
Gardener?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's a gardener.
Yeah, the little green one. That
Someone just told me a story that they knew people that had a detached garage, and one night after it got dark out and everything like that, they went to close the garage door, not thinking, but like 4 or 5 turkeys had gotten in there. So they shut them in the garage, and they were in there all night.
Tore it up.
Oh, and they were freaking out and
Destroyed the garage.
in their vehicles. They jumped on the vehicles and just scratched them. When they opened it the next day, their vehicles are scratched to shit. There was turkey shit
And they
everywhere.
had Thanksgiving for the next 5 years.
So yeah, I guess I look for turkeys before I shut my garage door. I just from behind the door. just do a turkey call. Yeah. Imagine waking up like if that you had an attached garage and you just hear in the middle of the night a turkey call. You're like, all right, I know I didn't just hear that.
I'm just waiting to get catch a Ty Pennington in my garage or something.
Well, that'd be a good thing because then he'd start working on
Yeah,
it right
he'd
away. He'd bring the
make it
whole
better.
crew.
Just
Yeah.
put a little
Build a bench.
Just put a little baggie of Coke out
Yeah,
there. or
if you put a
something.
workbench in your garage, Ty Pennington will come.
He will appear.
That and some whatever his drink of choice is too, maybe some Red Bull
Jack
and
Daniels.
Budweiser's.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels.
With a line. All right, next one. Is it allowed in the garage? Butchering deer.
Where else are you going to do that?
I guess in a
the
barn.
basement,
in the
right in the
kitchen.
bar.
I mean, I don't think people butcher their own deer in their garages.
We did it once.
Prep
in a
'em,
garage.
right?
Not
You
my
prep
own
'em.
garage,
They
but
probably
we
fillet
did it
their
once.
fish, right?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we used to do ducks in the garage.
Okay,
Used
I
to-
don't know.
I guess butchering animals. Yeah.
Okay, attached garage, no. Detached, yes.
It's that smell. The wife peeks her head out like, "What's that smell?"
No, I think you could. I think that's.
Oh yeah, I think it is.
I think it's a
doable.
good if you have the room to do it. Again,
Just go
like
straight
that's the-
Dexter
That's not
style.
me. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Just get the plastic wrap out.
Well, you said deer, so that's going to be more or less like up north. Like
I guess.
Actually, I got the
not
ultimate,
like city living, but like yeah.
the ultimate Wisconsin edition.
I feel like people mostly just take that to like what's it called? Processing.
yeah, like a
Deer
butcher
garden.
shop.
I think
or,
it
you
is.
know.
It's just more convenient.
Yeah, then
but I
like-
know a fair amount of people do it themselves.
We
Really?
just had to do it
Interesting.
once because it was like a mild winter.
was like
during deer
60
season.
degrees
It was like
in
60
there.
degrees that day, and we didn't have time to
Pack it
take
with ice?
Stuff it with ice.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't have enough ice or anything, so we just started skinning and butchering it right in the garage.
Okay.
Hung it up, and that's how I learned how to skin a deer.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say we can go full out Wisconsin and butchering people.
Yeah, I'm sure
the
that's
garage.
no, that's for the basement.
Who was
True.
that? Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
Is he from Wisconsin?
Yeah, and Ed Gein.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
Yeah.
about him.
This is gonna become a serial killer podcast pretty soon.
Hell
I think.
yeah.
They keep finding that.
Yeah,
in
next
poop.
thing is it allowed in the garage? Keeping serial killers.
Body parts.
Body parts in the
Leftover
garage
body
fridge.
parts, yeah.
lampshades and just having a rummage sale, no big deal.
Oh,
Fancy
man.
lamps.
Yeah, deer bones.
The deer I hit last week.
All right. Is it allowed in the garage? Brewing your own beer.
No,
Oh, that was a quick no.
Whoa.
the stench.
I second that.
Oh.
No.
I didn't even think about that.
The
That didn't
yeast
cross my
smell,
mind.
right?
I was gonna say yes.
I would have said yes,
You
but I
can't
didn't
have a
think.
brewery hops going in your garage.
Well, what are you gonna do that inside?
Yep.
Basement.
It's a basement thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
how-
basement
yeah.
thing.
I've never done it, so I
I
don't
think
know.
the equipment is crazy too. You got giant kettles.
It's like
You need
Breaking
water for
Bad,
that?
but
Yeah, it's like
All
a
right,
meth lab.
Next one,
with beer.
next one, cooking meth. Is it allowed in the garage?
if you're in Merrill,
Bathroom in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the tub.
In the tub.
no, in the camper,
Yeah, detached. Camper.
detached camper.
Yeah, everyone knows the rule. If you're gonna start cooking meth, you need to do it in an RV.
In the middle of the desert in your underwear.
But no brewing beer in the garage.
No, I don't think so.
Well, now I know to start
out.
it in the basement. So thanks, Tom.
Yep.
Then when this smell,
What's that smell? I told you. What are you doing down I told you no. Or I guess that's in the basement, right next to the man cave, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
No,
you
that
put it right on the
detached
man cave.
like
Yeah.
storage area.
Well, I guess
Attached to your finished area. That's
Yeah.
probably the best spot.
Yeah, by the hot water heater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dimly
Right by
lit
the
lights.
drain,
Trying to, yeah. Then you're gonna push all your beer on your friends.
yeah, you got to straight right to the tap. And
To be honest, I think home brewery guy that's like a dying thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, remember when people were making wine for a long time?
I don't
feel like-
remember that one. I remember the beer was like a huge thing.
Isn't it?
now.
I think
was.
the beer still is kind of big.
Is it? I feel like since craft
I don't know
breweries
anyone.
are
now
so
all those
big-
people graduated to microbreweries.
Yeah.
Now they're all running.
They're renting spots to Now Milwaukee's flooded with them, like one every other block.
Yeah, because they're wives.
yeah.
Stunk up the garage.
So they just
Get it out of here.
rented a 10,000 square foot
Yep.
facility.
It's either you're doing that or a podcast.
Yeah.
That's how guys open up. Yeah.
I have a theory that every craft brewery is just owned by a mega corporation that's just spitting out these little local breweries everywhere. If you think about it, the decor is all the same.
Yeah.
The beer basically is the same with different names. They all serve some type of wood-fired pizza. It's literally like the
Dude,
same
you're
blueprint.
right on with that.
Honestly.
But I think he probably just pissed off all those microbrewers, the owners.
Well, hey, be original.
Yeah.
Because,
It's true.
I mean, honestly, every microbrewer is literally the exact same template.
Well, it worked for someone, so you have to do the same exact thing.
like
I mean,
That's-
I think you're onto something because they see where drinking the main ones is just not cool anymore.
the ones that stick around are probably owned by
Private
those,
equity
and the
companies.
ones, and the ones that try to start up and be like them, they don't make it because they don't have the funds. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that equipment's got to be crazy.
oh yeah,
The investment.
The mafia.
And
yeah.
it's,
Graduated.
like, you can't be making
No
that
more
much
casinos.
they're pushing.
money. And so
stuff
everybody
through.
says, like, alcohol is really where you make money, right? Not beer. So how are these places surviving?
the pizzas.
Yeah, the
all
I
the
mean,
pizzas.
when you drink, you get hungry. And what's
What the first thing I think of is wood fire pizzas when I'm drinking beer. Next episode,
what
we're
can
gonna
I-
have a wood fire pit
yeah,
right there.
what can I really go for right now? Not a burrito, not Taco Bell, just a woodstone pizza. Whatever that. I think I butchered that.
It's a wood fire.
I butchered
fire.
it.
Yeah,
Wood
wood
fire.
Stone fire.
Stone fire.
Stone.
That's. I think I combined both.
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't made to do microbreweries.
At all.
If there's any microbreweries that want to brew the first fridge brick beer, we're open to that. Then
yeah.
we'll take back everything we said.
Yeah.
No,
Whoa,
they're awesome.
most of it.
Actually, they're awesome.
We'll even do it in our garage.
That's where it'll
Attached.
start. Attached basement.
Attached, yeah.
So, all right.
Onward.
Onward to the next one. Is it allowed in the garage? Concerts.
Like, are we talking local
All-American
band
Rejects.
or-
Yes. Yeah. I was hoping someone was going to bring that
Now,
up.
would that be garage or more like deck or backyard? Probably patio, right?
Well, you see a lot of those old videos
Detached
that they're
garage.
actually against the back wall in the garage, and everyone's like
Yeah,
jammed in
wasn't
there.
Wasn't garage band like a
Legit.
like a phrase people used?
Yeah.
Like
Garage
garage
Well,
band.
it's also Apple owns it.
yeah.
Oh, that's right, software. I forgot about that. No, I think that garage band's kind of cool.
Like you think a whole not band practice. We're talking like have a concert there. Like you
I
know,
wanted to have
Sure.
a band like at one of my tailgates.
let's do it.
I
That'd
heard
be
ZZ
awesome.
ZZ Top.
Should be easy. I don't think they could. There's not enough space in the garage though. Unless we have like
Well, no, you got to get one of
You
those
need a patio.
one guy
You
on
need
a
a
guitar.
one. No, you need that one man band.
I know,
It's
yeah.
like the
just looping. Like
no, he's got
Harmonica,
the guitar with the coat hanger
hitting
and the
cymbals.
like
Yeah.
the drum.
the plates on his like back.
Yeah, for sure.
Kazoo going.
That's how you should
Thimble with
kick
his
off.
wiener.
That's what you should get one for family night this year. Like if you have a tailgate, like, hey kid, bring the kids. There's gonna be the
Make sure you can do
Raffy.
it. Make sure you can do magic tricks too, and
Oh,
you
God.
can knock both out.
get a few
We should do
clowns.
that. We should do that. We'll see.
and
magician
a
or
petting
two.
zoo.
Yeah, exotic pets.
in your garage.
Snakes, lizards. Yeah, perfect.
Petting zoo, yeah.
All right, Troy Colt. What do you
Yeah,
want to
oh,
see
yeah,
concert
I
in
would
the
say-
garage?
yeah. I would.
I say patio or back deck or backyard.
There's
What
more
happens if it
space.
starts raining?
That makes it even better.
But I feel like it's one of those things like Tom has been saying. I feel like that's another dying art. You don't see kids having concerts
Yeah.
in their driveways
I mean,
in the
you
garage
could have
anymore.
one, and I understand, maybe having them play in the garage and everybody obviously in the
Yeah.
driveway or whatever. But when I hear that, I just hear more of like band practice, like you had said,
Yeah.
like just more of a band practice. But yeah, you could have garage bands.
I'd throw a curveball and have spoken word.
you
Spoken
imagine?
word
Oh,
show.
God.
Just you're trying to have a tailgate party and there's just a guy doing spoken word in the corner.
Or next time, I think I'll bring one of those guys to hand out Bibles at your garage.
Oh,
Is the
perfect.
spoken word like
Jehovah's
the
Witness.
poetry stuff?
Yeah.
Where they're like,
They're knocking at the front door.
So, all right, off the concerts. On to the next. I guess this could be lumped with the exotic pets. Any sort of aquarium.
No. Aquarium shouldn't even be allowed, period, in anyone's house.
Whoa, that was
Did
a
you-
pretty,
did you have
pretty.
one?
facts.
Not an aquarium fan.
I back that up.
Did you have one, Troy? Did both? Wait, did either one of you guys have one?
No,
At some
we had a
point?
goldfish for like 2 weeks.
Oh, they're the worst.
Did the
pets.
kids
They're
forget to
such
take care of it?
it's so
Yeah,
hard to
died
take care of.
instantaneously.
Yeah.
It was just
Close.
a big waste.
Yeah, we never had. I think when the girls were real small, that we may have done like you go
Everybody
to the county
does,
fair,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and half the time like you win like 2 of them and one's dead by the time you get to the
Yeah.
car, and if the other one makes it, you go spend like $30-$40
For to
at the
find it dead the next morning?
to find
Those
it
things are
dead.
so in shock of what they're
You
doing.
feed it and it
they
dies.
fucking have a
Wait,
heart
how
attack
do they live?
instantly.
They're like traveling from place
know.
to place.
No,
as soon as you bring them home.
I bet there's like a goldfish dealer that's around each like one of those. Where do you get them? The county, not the
Yeah,
county,
like the fairs or
yeah,
you know,
the fairs.
yeah,
you know
But
what this
there's
brings
like a
us
dealer
back
that
to?
goes around and refills all those little tanks right before it opens up.
You can get goldfish at Meyer. You know
That's
that?
probably where they do. They can probably
Really?
get bulk.
They've got
yeah,
like a goldfish
They do.
rack.
Back
Oh,
by all the
Walmart
pet
used to
supplies.
have that. And I
Really?
think
Yeah.
Walmart's, I don't know if all of them still have them, but I know
man.
some did.
Do you go
That's
knock
where we
on
got
the glass?
ours. 3-day lifespan.
No
they don't tell
kidding.
you that though.
We won a bunch at one time, and what, like
All sales are
half of
final.
them, over half of them died the first night. And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
one of them lived for almost 20 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Yeah, it lived a while. Maybe closer
That's
to
pretty
10.
good.
No, it was over 10 because it lived from, we were.
It got a big ass tumor on his
Yeah.
head.
Poor thing.
All right. On from the fish. Is it allowed in the garage? Filming porn.
So you need a couch.
on the couch, yes.
Bring the couch
workbench.
back.
Or the workbench.
No couch.
Yeah.
We need to clarify couch or no couch.
I mean, if you're in the porn business,
Yeah.
That could be a cool setup,
For a
right?
couch,
sure.
maybe. No, just a rug.
that reminds me that, oh God, there was a scene in The Office. Remember when he's taking them to the tour of the house and they've got they take him to the bedroom, they've got the tripod set up
I
with
have
the
a
camera.
confession to me. I didn't watch. I
Oh,
love The
God.
Office, but I didn't watch it religiously.
Yeah.
Like,
All right,
I,
okay.
It doesn't ring a bell, but yeah, it's
It's a hilarious scene. Could you imagine just like touring someone's house? They've got a tripod camera set up on their bed. That'd be a funny prank to pull on someone. To be
What's
honest.
going on in here? Yeah.
Oh shit! Stuff it under your bed.
that's like that Workaholics episode. Do you ever watch that show?
No.
Oh,
No.
that Adam in there is giving a tour. He's staying with this girlfriend that he has, and he asked the whole tour there, and he goes, "You know what happens right there? Magic happens there." And he like always does a humping motion. He's like, "You know what happens here? Magic happens here."
that's where we change the oil.
Oh, I feel like that would be the name of the porn, changing oil.
Fluid flush. Yeah.
Lube job.
Yeah, lube job. Yeah.
Routine maintenance. Yeah.
What did Green Bay had a strip club a while ago called the Body Shop? I always
Did
thought
they?
that was such a cool strip club name.
Did you ever
Smart.
go in there?
Milwaukee has the
It was
landing
gone
strip
before.
right by the airport, don't they?
Yeah, they got on the border.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the airport lounge.
Landing
the airport
Strip
lounge
is
right
a
on
bar by O'Hare. I think that's like a legitimate sports bar, though. I don't think it's like a
wasn't there a
club.
strip club in?
There's one up
I thought there-
north. Like if you go, I think it's like on your way from. I know I pass
Wait,
it
are
from
these
Appleton
garages
to-
or no?
There should be.
Was there bean snappers?
There's that one, yeah.
by the Dells. Is no. Where's been?
There's 2 of them, I think.
Isn't there one that we passed called like the Foxhole or something? That's like
Oh, in the middle of
nowhere?
no. That's in the absolute middle of nowhere.
Peppermint Rhino, that one's
That's
on
on
the freeway.
441.
That
yeah.
took bean
Yeah.
snappers over, didn't it?
I don't
I'm
know.
not like
never
deep
been
in the
to 'em,
strip
but
club
yeah.
game.
Maybe that'll be our next sponsor.
I haven't been on a bachelor party in a while.
Allegedly, that's what I've been told.
Yeah, I mean, I never went to one of those. We just
Yeah, my
Stayed
friends.
outside,
My friends
man.
always talk about.
Selfies in front of the sign and left.
So, filming porn in the garage only if it has a cool name.
and couch.
And if it's detached.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It has
you
to
don't
be
want
detached.
that. Yeah, the smells.
Or you don't want the wife coming out.
What's going on? You probably need a heater in there too.
Yeah, true. In Wisconsin, yes.
Yes,
And a drain.
no doubt. Epoxy floor.
Bleach.
Epoxy floor.
Yeah. Because what's her name? If films in there, Bunny. What is that? The girl that did 1,000 Guys.
Oh, I didn't know it. I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah.
I guess.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
butcher it. It's like Blue Bunny or something. No, that's an ice cream.
Peppermint
but-
Rhino.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an ice cream.
You just ruined that for a bunch of people.
Yeah. And we just lost
like,
that
I gotta
sponsor.
Hey, hon, I was at the grocery store.
We're actually burning a lot of sponsors tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Let's take them
sorry.
all. Yeah.
Well,
There might be
First
like one
segment in,
left.
we torched like 15 Wisconsin companies.
so, all right. Before we burn any more potential sponsors, we're gonna take a break.
Move that bus. Move that bus. Move that bus. Move that bus.
All right. All right. We are back from the break.
And we have Ty Pennington with us now.
No.
No, we don't.
But we do have Tom here, and we want to dive deep into Tom's story.
Just kidding. We love Tom.
So, like we said before, Tom runs the Green Bay house or owns the Green Bay house.
And runs it.
So,
Whatever. Or your wife runs the house.
Yeah, well, it's a good combo effort, I feel like.
so
Fair.
Hell yeah.
how did this become an idea put into motion?
Oh, man. So, I mean, going back, we used to go up to Green Bay quite a bit just for games, or we'd even go up there in the summertime, just kind of hang out. Because you guys know there's so much to do in Green Bay. It's a beautiful city. So we used to go up and we would take walks down Lombardi Ave, like Shadow Lane, where all the houses are over there, all those cool game day
Oh, so
houses.
much history, too.
Yeah, awesome. And I think the thought was like, man, it would be so awesome to own a house near Lambeau Field. Just going up there and kind of being a part of that experience. And so we actually started, the whole idea initially was buy a place as like an investment property and rent it out. That was going to be the deal. And so we would use it for like one game a season and then rent it for, 7 or 8 weekends and just kind of make it like an Airbnb. And I remember the first winter we were in there, we hadn't really done anything to it yet. We were just kind of like getting it furnished and everything. And then it was the NFC Championship game in 2021.
And Ty Pennington came.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went over to a house like on the other side of Lambeau and walked in the garage, and they had the whole thing decked out, and they had a heater in there, like a seating area, big party table. And I remember saying like, man, if this is the way to do it. Like if you're going to have a party space, why not make it in the garage and just make it awesome? Like a cool, really cool spot to hang out.
So dedicate your garage to the
so
Packers.
Yes, that was like that was kind of the inspiration for it all, because I think initially it was like, maybe we'll just like paint out here and throw a TV up and did not do anything crazy with the space. And then once I saw that, it was kind of like, no, we gotta go all out.
We gotta go all out on it.
Yeah, for sure. So
We definitely knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and you did, yeah.
No, thank you. And then it was like, as we started doing the work and like putting more stuff up, it was like, we're not going to rent this. Because it was like you became so attached personally. And
Attached garage.
yeah, it wasn't attached. It isn't attached. But Yeah, it's like, you kind of like, you just become too invested into it.
It's your
and
baby
like,
now.
Yeah. So, and then, you start meeting people and it's like, okay, well, this is kind of a special deal. So we'll just use it ourselves. But yeah, that's the story.
So when the tailgaters come, and you get a pretty good turnout almost every game. I mean, I know weather does play a factor, unfortunately, with some
It
games.
does. Yep.
But when people come, like, I see you have large groups come through. Is that usually organized, or is it people that have always found you randomly?
It's usually like a third, a third, and a third. So there's a good group of people that are neighbors and friends that come by, almost every game.
Yep.
So like you guys have met like Jeff and Randy and Jason next door, and
The cool kids.
Yeah, they're
Cheers to them.
Yeah,
that's
cheers
like-
to the neighbors.
Yes, for sure. They're like the regulars. So they're there every week, which is awesome that they come and hang out with us because we're so close with them. So we see them, and then we'll normally have like another group of people that we know from maybe friends that are like in town for games that come up, like, or they'll hit us up like, hey, I'm bringing my, coworkers up. Can we stop at your house? And so we'll have another little contingent of people that we might see once a year. And then the other group is like, we'll get, 10, 15, 20 messages on Instagram of people that find it and they just want to pop in. And what's crazy is we'll have people that have never been to Lambeau before, and they make our house part of their game day experience, which is pretty wild.
Awesome.
It's like,
You give them something to remember, an experience.
yeah. And the craziest thing is like, last year we had somebody from Ireland, Germany, and Australia at the house at the same time. And then the next week, like somebody from Puerto Rico, which it's like a humbling thing when you guys know what it's like up there. There's so many things you can do. Like
Right.
You could literally, like, and to be honest, like a lot cooler shit than my house. Like just to be fair, like you could go to Stadium View.
Yeah,
or,
let's say
like,
there's 1,000 things to do around
There is.
Lambeau,
Stadium
and they
experience.
pick.
Yeah.
They pick
Yeah.
your house.
But I would
Exactly.
say the real experience, though, is tailgating.
I think that's true. Like, I think in
down
terms
the
of
parking lot,
like,
but in a garage is also.
you're
like,
right. If you want to experience, like, I think what people from Wisconsin are all about, and get that vibe, then what we do, I think, is a good representation of that, because you just have people that are welcoming in anyone, even if it's like a, opposing fan or whatever. We kind of open the doors to everybody. So I think that is like a good, like, to your point, that's a good representation of what Packer fans are all about. But on the flip side of that, there is a lot of cool shit you can do around Green Bay. And when somebody flies in and they're having their first, we've had people that are 65 years old that have never been to Green Bay before, and they spend 3 hours with us. It's always
Nice.
like, man, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. So it's like, why would I not open our doors to continue that? Why would we not do that when it means a lot to a lot of people? And
I guess I didn't really think about it.
yeah,
like
that's
that.
your sense of
that just opened my-
reward.
yeah.
Especially when you get the people that travel ways and they return again. Like that has to just feel even better.
I can't even tell you, like, there's people that they've been over and they just come back every time. Like every time that they're in Green Bay, our house
It's
is
their
like the
tradition
place
now.
that they want to go. And that's when like you're kind of creating a cool experience,
Yeah.
is when people are just, that's part of their tradition now. Like that's their place to go. And you always hear, like, season ticket holders are awesome because people that have been going to games for, like Eric, for 2-3 decades, they always like have their game day tradition. It's usually not,
yeah.
people are not usually doing different things. Like they usually are like, they park in this one spot with this guy and they've been going to his house for like 20 years or whatever. And people kind of keep those routines. So for me, like, to have people like kind of work us into how they make that day special is so cool. It's an awesome thing for sure.
Well, that brings it all together, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the tailgate, obviously the Packers being up there, but the tailgating is such a big part of everything that goes on up there. The tailgating, the partying beforehand, the
tailgating
fellowship.
is so unique. I think we forget about that. Like
Yeah.
being in Wisconsin, you just kind of think,
You just figure it's
Take it for granted.
yeah, you think that like that's a normal thing, but it's really not. Like if you go to, I went to a Denver game a couple years ago, and there's like no place to go even within the vicinity of the stadium that is like a spot where you either buy like a tailgate pass to go in like a big corporate event.
Yep.
Or you like Uber in from a bar somewhere.
It's just not
away.
a thought out
boring.
process by
Yeah,
them. Like
it's
they
not.
don't, that doesn't cross their mind.
But that's not like, that's not the culture of what people do. Like a lot of cities, it's like going to a Bucks game where you go downtown and you park and maybe grab dinner at a restaurant and
You get shit faced at a local bar.
yeah, shuttle over. But, I think the tailgate culture in Wisconsin is cool.
it's next
like,
to none. Like no one else, I feel like,
Look how
touches
many
that.
friends you make doing it.
Oh, no doubt. I can't even run through the list. There's so many people, and just like you guys have met Jeff. We literally went to his wedding last summer. I mean, that's a case where like he just walked up the driveway and introduced himself one night, and then we end up at his wedding like 4 years later. It's a crazy.
That's the Wisconsin way, 100%.
yeah, no doubt.
The
Yeah,
depth of it and the levels of it, is just
Yeah, but I
pretty
mean,
impressive.
I would consider, I would say we have closer friends that we've met, in that neighborhood or through a tailgate than we probably do where we live in Waukesha, honestly, which is crazy to think about. But, that's a cool thing. I think the tailgate scene kind of brings together a lot of people. And what's cool about it is nobody's like talking politics or you have the commonality around sports, which
Yep.
is very unifying for sure. And so it kind of allows a lot of different people from different backgrounds to get together and have a really fun time for 3 or 4 hours or whatever it is.
Now I kind of want to buy a tailgate house.
But it's always like, I feel like tailgating always like resorts to talking like the history of like the Packers, for example, or something like that.
It does, yeah.
Like if we were losing a game or lost a game like last week, and we're like, oh yeah, remember in like 2011 when we didn't lose any games and like stuff like that. It's always like talking about better times or like we're gonna do good today.
No one's ever
or-
happy with the current,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's like the other thing is we've had people come over with like crazy stories that one lady, her dad was like a referee in the Ice Bowl, and what the crazy thing about it was, we have a picture hanging in our garage. You guys have probably seen it. There's a picture of Bart Starr, the QB sneak in the Ice Bowl, iconic photo. She goes up, she goes, yeah, that was my dad. And he was a linesman in the photo. And so I have a picture of her with the photo.
But
It's
even
like,
to get her in your garage to see that picture at that
it's
time.
wild. Yeah, it's wild. So
full circle.
like the real, like the old timers who've been coming around, they fall in love with the place because we decorated everything to be kind of in the Lombardi era. The house was built in 1963. And if you guys have been like Lodge Kohler up there, they have like beautiful artwork in there.
Oh, yeah,
And
I've
so
seen it.
when we walked in there, I was like, it'd be cool to kind of do a lot of the black and white, like old Lombardi style
Yeah.
photos. And so that's what we did. But so, yeah, we get guys that come in that really know the history because they were, kids during that time frame or whatever.
They lived
kinda,
it.
They kind of fall in love with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were just a speck in our dad's eye at that time.
Just a twinkle.
Yeah. One thing
butchered that too.
one thing I do want to touch on with your garage and your events is your support for the veterans in that, in your raffles.
Yeah.
In fact, is there a certain
Like group or something
group
that you're
or-
affiliated with. That,
yeah, or is that just you? That's what you do, and you just give back to the veterans.
No, so we for the last, I think we've done 3 seasons that we've donated all the proceeds to Sierra Delta. So they're based in Wisconsin. That's why we picked them. So the first group we did a different organization that was more national, and it just kind of didn't feel like very personal. So we wanted to find somebody in Wisconsin that was actually here that we could support, that we could partner with, and actually be a part of everything. And so I actually asked my dad. He served in the Navy. I asked if he knew of any organizations that supported veterans in Wisconsin. He got us in touch with BJ over at Sierra Delta.
Okay.
So what they do is it's not just service dogs that is a part of it, but a lot of it is just pairing veterans, helping adopt dogs, and then helping with training and support and community. So they have resources and tools that just help give veterans that support and helping them kind of connect with what they call Life Buddy, which is their program. And it's awesome. I mean, if you talk to BJ, he'll tell you that, when he came back from overseas, one of the things that got him through that time was he had I think it was a French bulldog, and he talks about how meaningful that was. And he actually said that when he was at his darkest point, he could literally justify leaving everyone else in his life except that dog, because the dog needed him and depended on him.
Well,
and
honestly, it's crazy how
it is insane.
Loyal dogs are, and how they can just have that power to calm.
They open up a different side of you.
It does.
That connection.
The connection that you have.
That's,
You can be the biggest, baddest dude.
Yep.
But as soon as you put a puppy in front of them or something,
it's crazy. So, just hearing that story, and you don't think when you think of vets and dogs, you think the service dog. That's kind of the most obvious stereotypical thing, but it's really 95% of it. 95% of veterans don't need a full-blown service dog.
They just need a companion
that they can connect with. And so,
what better companion than a dog?
Yeah. And so that's what those guys do. And so we obviously we love what they do, being supporting dogs, but we just love the people there, BJ and the Mick and Lee and his whole crew that he works with, are guys that he served overseas with. But we've been fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with those guys. And so, we've been working with them for 3 years, and the event has raised 40. I think we're 46,000 over the last 4 seasons.
Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. So it's meaningful money. The first year we did it, I remember thinking, shit, if we could do $500, I was I hope I just don't embarrass ourselves, because we kind of did this big thing and posted all this stuff on social media, and it was man, if we just raise a few hundred, that'd be awesome. And we raised $5,000 the first year. Then it went up to 9. Then it was 13. And then
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Last year it was 19.5 was the total. We just missed 20K. So it was it's crazy money to support at a tailgate. Just by basically all those awesome people coming together online and in person to help donate.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the power of social media. 75 or 80% of the donations come in on Instagram.
Wait, what you're saying is you can use social media for good things like that?
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it isn't just go on
Not
other people's
just to,
pages and talk
shit about people's hard work.
We need a fact check on that.
Shit about people's garages. No, but seriously, that is fucking awesome.
So say that name of the organization again.
So Sierra Delta. If you look them up, they're based locally here, and we've done a lot with those guys. But I think the truth is anyone can help support a veteran, and it's just not about we shouldn't have people get into their lowest points before they get help. That's a big thing.
That's a really good way to look at it. I never really put that in perspective, but that does mean a lot right there, what you just said.
For sure. So, I think it's inspiring. It's definitely fun, and it's meaningful. I think it's a lot of work for sure. Because the events get bigger and bigger every year. It's it's real money now. And I know, but I know it's going to a great cause that we can see those guys at work. So it really makes it worthwhile for sure.
Well, we'll switch gears a little bit right there. We view veterans, they're celebrities in our eyes, true
heroes,
people.
Yeah,
heroes is a better word. Heroes. Now, have you ever had a celebrity stop by? Well, we'll turn it into a 2-part question. What celebrity has stopped by, and what celebrity do you want to stop by?
So the coolest thing, all right, there's a couple players that almost came over. I won't say their names, but we had a couple
Can we try to guess?
What about their numbers? Can you say their numbers?
No, the problem
is their phone numbers?
Not to throw anybody on the bus, but nobody's really just stopping by unless they're getting paid. Because those guys, the bottom line is on game day.
You're right. You did.
Everybody
pay us
that's there is
no, I'm kidding.
no, but and I get it. If you're retired and a player, Like you're trying to like create a revenue stream.
You
right?
want to cash in and
Yeah,
like
yeah, and I get it.
responsible.
So it's like, and we're not in a spot, we're not a business. So I'm not going to pay like $3,000 to have somebody come by for an hour and sign autographs. So that's crazy. But I think the coolest thing, honestly, and this might be kind of corny. So I was always like a huge Bill Michaels fan. I still am. I love his radio show. I think he does a great job. And through college, I growing up, I just listened to his sports talk show all the time. So we'd literally go to a game, drive home, and then turn Bill Michaels on post-game show. Sure. And so it was just like one of those things that I always enjoyed. And then a couple years ago, we connected online, and he needed a spot to do a post-game show. And he ended up doing... for one of our raffles, he did one. First time we set him up in the living room because I was like, I don't know like how this is going to go. Like I wanted to be like professional. So we set up a spot there. And then the next week he came back and we carved out a spot in the garage and he did the post-game show from the garage. So it was like,
that should have been a question on the first one.
So
like,
there's a picture I have of like, my wife and Erin and I used to go out and see his shows live after games. And then there's a picture of me in front of his bus from like 2012. So to kind of fast forward like 10 years and to have, Bill Michaels do a post-game show from our tailgate is
Another
like
full circle.
I was just going to say, do garages, are they the circle of life? Do
they make dreams come true?
I think that's the coolest one just because it's like, I don't know, just such a weird, surreal thing. But no, I like nobody like a celebrity or big athlete has come by
no
yet.
Ty Pennington.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, I don't know
I
if
can
you
only
want,
dream.
unless he needs an upgrade on the garage. You don't want him showing
I tried
up.
to get Kay Adams to come to the house because I ran into her on the street at the draft. I got a selfie with her. But you guys know Kay Adams.
I was just going to
I
say,
think I wasn't familiar with her
not
before,
know.
and I feel like after the draft, since I heard everyone like say that name,
I feel like Annie Agar is like super popular, but
Maybe that's the
Kay
name.
Adams is like kind of. She was on Good Morning Football for.
I live under a rock.
Yeah.
Annie Agar, is she the one?
She's, like,
who's the
very
video that has
popular
all
right
the
now.
switches
she's
the
got
jerseys?
Is
Yeah,
her
that's
brother?
Annie.
Okay.
Yeah, her brother's the Lions fan.
I think so.
Yeah, I got you.
That
Yeah,
sounds right.
Yeah.
But
Right on.
I think one day, I don't know, you guys are probably the biggest celebrities.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. No.
You guys
I
are
wouldn't.
Eric.
I second
We're
that.
like stray cats.
Eric
He just
actually,
like there's
to be
food
honest,
in the
like,
garage and we just show up.
The best part of Eric is everybody like knows Eric from online. So they're like, Eric, I think I also post a ton of pictures with Eric.
Yeah.
So
And for
he's
anyone that
literally-
doesn't know Eric, it's Eric Larson from Green Bay. The guy is a true gem.
he's the best.
To
Salt
me,
of
it
the earth.
goes Lambo, Eric Green Bay House.
I call him, so my name, which I've
True
coined,
story.
is the mayor of Green Bay.
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
is definitely the mayor of Green
I'll
Bay.
buy
for
that.
sure.
He should run for it once.
I'll buy that.
I know
Yeah.
he should. He's awesome, but no, we connected.
We just went to a concert with him not too long ago up in Green Bay.
Yeah, he's a big concert guy. But yeah, we connected like 5 years ago, and he came over, and now it's his tradition. He makes his rounds on game day, and he always pops in, and yeah, we love seeing him.
Here's to Eric, dude.
Cheers, buddy.
Horns up.
Yeah.
Miss you.
Cheers to Eric Larson.
Yep, good guy.
Shorts and a cane.
Yep. Even in winter. But what celebrity do you want to show up?
J-Lo.
He's too busy at Kohl's.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That was a quick.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know.
Ty
where that came
Pennington.
from. Yes.
No, TP has to be.
You just
Ty
see some work.
Pennington,
You were
TP.
you were talking about doing some work to the garage.
It
So.
was a Ty or Todd? I forgot now.
Ty.
If you park the bus in front of your house,
Nobody
he may
knows
come
his
move
name.
it.
What would Ty Pennington do?
Yeah, see?
You can summon him. Just park a bus right in
Yeah.
front of where you want to do construction.
I think
He'll
like
move it.
any Packer player would be cool to stop by.
Yeah, I'd say ones that like current players or past players. I would be.
Have you guys
Even-
seen the
even
movie?
Ryan
Have you guys
Taylor.
seen the 60-yard line? The movie.
No, I don't
not.
know that name.
So it's about a guy who bought a house. I think it's based on a true story. He bought a house
Wait, this 60
next to
yard
Lambeau and called it the 60-yard line.
Yeah.
And basically like pimped out the basement, had huge parties, and had players come by and stuff like that. I don't know how
Said in
true
the
all that
90s
is.
when Brett Favre was probably
I think
there.
it was like
and
early 2000s era.
when Brett Favre was there.
when Brett Favre was still there.
But I think he wasn't drinking at that time, so
Allegedly.
not party
yeah.
Favre.
Yeah.
Not party Favre.
More of
Yeah.
a Vicodin guy then.
Did you guys
Yeah.
watch the Favre doc that just dropped?
Yes, I
have
did.
not.
The
What'd you think
Untold-
about that?
I live under a rock. So
I
don't-
so me personally, like it was cool, like seeing like that side of him, but I wanted it to dive more
Didn't you
into
know
the
that
current.
side, though?
Well, I did, but I didn't know how deep it went.
I read his
Yeah.
book.
Wait, are we talking about like dick pics in the Crocs?
Yeah, like I wanted
Yeah,
more. Like
pretty
it did
much.
touch on that, and I know this is gonna sound very rude, but what's her name?
Jen Sturger.
I feel like this was just her way to keep her
Relevant,
name
yeah.
relevant.
Well, I think what was lazy is she was like the only person they interviewed.
I know,
So,
and
like,
that's
the
why
whole-
I viewed it as like completely
Actually,
painted.
Bill
one.
Michaels was like the main guy that they.
But that
interviewed
was
in
kind of
Wisconsin.
cool.
It
Yeah,
was
like when
cool.
they do it in the beginning, and he talked Favre up, like the good of Favre and all
For
that.
sure.
But I want to know this current stuff going on with Favre, like because I'll admit I don't know shit about it.
Yeah,
so I want to know.
Neither. I live under a rock.
I just thought if you're gonna like bury someone in a documentary, which clearly they were, I
Yeah.
don't think that's.
Oh yeah, that was
that's a-
one-sided,
yeah, like-
100%.
I don't know if I'm ready to watch a childhood hero.
No, but I think
Well,
it's like
that-
no
they
new
touched
information.
kinda on that, yeah.
But I think the point is, if you're gonna bury someone, like find more than like one or two people that have something negative to say.
I just
right?
felt like
I mean, they didn't
overall
have like
it
any
felt
past players,
Yep.
none of his teammates. So
it
was
felt
basically-
incomplete. Like the
Yeah.
whole, and I thought it was like a series, and that would have been like a good first episode.
for sure. Yeah,
And
it was a
then
little
let's-
lazy.
Catch-
Catch us on the next season.
Netflix will pick
Yeah.
it up probably.
Well, that was Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh, was it?
it's
Yeah.
one and done.
Netflix? Okay.
It was the
Yeah.
same
Troy
company.
lives under a rock.
The
too.
Untold Story.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
the same as like the Johnny Manziel, which was
We might
actually
live under the same
pretty
rock.
interesting.
Those ones are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that
like
was
those
good.
are good.
We share a
But there's
bedroom.
like 40 of them, and yeah, I just thought it was a little half-assed.
Yep.
Okay, real
sure.
quick question: Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre?
In the garage. Yeah.
Which one?
Wait.
Oh, in the garage.
Favorite. Favorite.
Like, which one would I rather have in the garage?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I think I have to be biased to Aaron just because like that was
Yeah.
more of.
I'd say Aaron.
That was-
I am team Aaron. Yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
more of like I think he's more
I
interesting.
fucking love Aaron
Yeah, I think he's
Rodgers.
more interesting to talk to. I think we'd have like more in common.
I'm like an Aaron Rodgers fanboy. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not like a dick pick guy, so I don't
Yeah.
know if I'd have much in common with
It
Brett.
was with Brett when he went to the Vikings. That
Not
just
even at your
that
gay bar.
man.
Hey, keep that.
Yeah, he's gonna find out we're the trolls.
They start throwing salt on us or whatever.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take another break right there, and then we'll come back for another game with Tom. Move that bus. Move that bus. Move that bus. All right. All right. And we're back from another fun break, I see.
And we got Ty Pennington with us.
Again. Yeah.
Just kidding.
So,
he's not here.
Tom, if we know one thing about you, we noticed that you're a constant improving type person.
That's right.
Like Ty Pennington.
So
That
this,
was my one sentence that I gave you guys.
Yep. Or we just knew that.
Yeah,
I was
we
gonna go-
knew that. We knew that just based. We can see it in your eyes. Yeah.
So we have the perfect improvement idea for you.
Love it.
And this is based on Ty Pennington.
For the garage? It's a real suggestion.
Does it involve a bus and Ty Pennington?
Kind of. We're going to introduce you to the first home makeover meets Pimp My Ride
Nice.
With Ty Pennington.
and exhibit. Right? That's
Yeah,
Pimp
yeah,
My
yeah.
Ride,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was exhibit.
So HGTV, right, meets MTV.
That's right.
So our goal here is we want to travel the country and remodel garages since you did an outstanding job,
Love that.
just like you did.
Thank you.
It's contagious.
But the catch is we aren't going to tell the people we're coming. And it'll all be a surprise.
Just break in their garage.
Yep.
Fix
Kind
it
of
up.
a break-in. We should have a break-in crew first, yeah. But
That's
how?
going to be very noisy.
Yep. How and where should we go first?
The police.
Did someone call the cops?
I mean, with ring cameras nowadays, you're pretty much cooked.
So
Well-
then go to the back door.
Yeah.
The
If they had a
deta-
window.
Wait, is it a
the detached
Yeah.
garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
go to the detached.
Yeah. We'll put all that list of things that aren't supposed to be in the garage in their garage.
Wait, we probably don't want Ty Pennington with us then at that
I
time
mean, to
because
be
he's
honest,
got a
like-
loud fucking mouth.
Garage makeover is a great idea for a show.
But don't surprise them.
Don't surprise them.
Okay. I guess we can cancel that part.
So we can bring Ty Pennington back in.
Yeah, bring him back.
And we'll have Exhibit sitting in a car outside.
No, not
So
in the
there
car.
was Tony. Remember
In a bus.
Tony Saragusa did that man cave show where he did basement remodels.
Oh, really?
Remember that? He
I
passed
know.
away.
I don't
Very
recall
young.
that.
I knew that. Yeah.
But yeah, he did.
What is up with this podcast and just bringing up dead people?
I don't know. He did like a Pimp My Basement.
Oh.
Where they'd come in and like deck out somebody's man cave. I feel like garage is
It's just
that's a great market for that, right?
I think we should do it.
It was said here.
I'll just be honest. Not enough people are pimping out their garage.
If someone can pimp out mine, it's fucking
agree.
boring.
I mean, the garage is really the perfect place.
Well, I guess let's look at ways that we can pimp out a normal garage that you don't want to
Sure.
dedicate it to like the Packers. What can you put in there?
Epoxy floor,
Packer
baseline,
stuff.
baseline.
Yeah, I
Packer-
guess
You gotta
so.
have a nice
Packer
floor.
stuff.
Okay.
Paint the walls,
Yeah.
drywall.
I guess
Heater?
some neon signs in there too. Yeah, because
Yeah.
those aren't getting in the way.
An iPad on the wall.
You could do a little collapsible bar that folds down into the wall.
that's
Retractable?
good. Yeah, it's innovation right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of that, I know this is a little off topic. I did see that people are starting to do. There's this trend going around, and I'm serious with this right now. I'm not getting into something weird. But no, they're putting a small door in their garage, and they're planning it so on the inside of the house where that door goes is to the pantry.
That's living in year
No,
3000.
to put your groceries in.
Yep.
Yeah, I have seen that too.
Oh, that's like a
Yeah.
laundry
But
chupa for groceries.
As convenient as that sounds, I actually think it's inconvenient because when you do it, there's a lot of refrigerated
I was just going to
stuff.
say you have to separate your groceries somewhere anyway.
But then you have to bend
Yeah.
over and get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah, but
I think
you-
it's worse.
Is that so you don't have to carry them all through the house? You just literally pop the trunk and slide them right through the door, right through the poop chute, if you will.
If I did that, mine would end up in the kids' room. It's like, here's the groceries. Put them.
Yeah,
Oh,
put
it's
'em
a
away.
perfect idea. Put them away.
So what kind of a door? What are you talking about there? What
like
do
a
you
little,
mean?
like a
think
laundry
it's like
chute
a-
door, like a little tiny
I thought
door,
it was like
right?
a hatch. Like
So
a-
you put it in there and then just like to put it in your pantry so it's less of a trip, so everything's in there and then you can disperse it from there.
Isn't it easier just to
See, I
wrap
think it's-
like 19 bags, plastic
Well,
bags
how are you
around your
supposed-
biceps?
Yeah,
Well, that's the manly
How are
way.
you supposed
Yeah,
to be a
that's-
carry 'em
man?
in
Like
the house.
pulling with your Silverado or something?
Yeah, that's a move.
I have a
Eggs
feeling.
are crackling
While
around.
the song is playing, no, you're
bread
a
is getting
man.
scrunched.
Yeah, who's this man?
Real American.
So, my opinion, that little door is the most.
Subaru?
Yeah, it's like it's the most non-manly, un-American thing ever made for a garage.
You go up to Canada and like everyone has
Yeah,
those.
so we're out on the door, I think.
Yeah,
Is the
no
consensus.
doors.
Fuck that
Yeah.
door.
All right,
Fuck
and
that
fuck
door.
that
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to get too
It's a
overlapping
Hobbit
with
door.
part one. So what's allowed and not allowed in the garage. But if we went back to part one, those little doors aren't allowed in the
Yeah,
garage.
No.
fuck that door.
Yeah.
But
Unless
how
it's
can-
a dog chute that the dog
Yeah,
can
then,
get out
then
of.
it's allowed. Yeah,
That's
or cat door.
Timeless, right?
Those
you
are
want-
dying.
But you want that going in your garage? 'Cause
I
you
don't think
the
people
dog
want freaks
pissing in-
climbing into their house in the middle of the
Homeless
night,
people.
right?
Yeah, or an opossum.
That's the problem. You can shimmy right through. Remember
Yeah.
Home Alone?
Small,
Yeah.
small.
Marv.
maybe-
Classic scene.
Marv?
mid-
Isn't that
mid-
Marv
yeah.
stuck his head in there?
Yeah,
Homeless
Marv gets pellet.
Oh, homeless midgets or something.
Yeah.
But you guys, let's get back to the TV show.
Okay.
But let's make this TV show more exciting. How can we make it more exciting?
Dog
We're dealing
doors.
with these are two solid ideas. We're talking about home makeover and Pimp My Ride together.
So pimp my house.
I think Pimp My Garage. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
So like
Dream
well,
Garage.
you need some sort of a skylight in there.
Yeah. Oh, let's do like a retractable roof, like Miller Park.
Correct. That'd be awesome.
Fam.
or just a garage door in the back.
No,
like the
the-
window.
We should do a first full garage door that's like, the sunroofs and like the new Tahoes and stuff, but it opens and just keeps
Oh,
opening.
what do they call it? Panoramic?
Yeah.
A panoramic
The
garage
first
door?
garage door, we're just going to invent stuff that we're going to try out on garages.
Guys, you know what the ultimate thing in the garage would be?
Playboys.
Stripper poles.
Sure. But, oh,
Overrated. That's
Well, I was-
I'm
overdone.
just-
well, I was gonna
I've
say,
been in someone else's garage with the stripper pole.
How many? I bet you there are more dudes than chicks on that thing.
Probably. I don't want to
Yeah.
ever view that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
probably. That's a bad idea.
No, I was gonna
We'll
say,
stop it there. What were you gonna say?
I didn't say urinal.
That's what we should just drive around and put
What-
urinals in people's garages.
With or without the dividers? Yeah, I mean, you need
Just
a little
one
privacy
urinal.
in there.
Just
or
one,
not?
one urinal
Like a
like in the
trough?
corner.
Like a trough?
No,
Sure.
just
You go. Wait, it
full
depends
urinal.
what year you're trying to chase. Like you, 63.
The
we
best
go-
addition we made last season was we have a full porta potty that just stays on the back patio for the whole
I'm good
football
with that.
season. It's
I'm good with that.
genius.
Yeah. Now, do you put that inside the garage though to make it even one step better, so you don't freeze
it's-
your
no.
ass off in case you
No,
gotta take a
then they
poop?
can't pump it out.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Really?
Yeah, they need
But
access.
imagine if you had a urinal though, just on the back of the house, little overhang
What
over
if you
it.
What if you did some piping that they could drain it out through the?
So you'd have
I
a
don't know if I
urinal.
want the porta potty.
It's already
in
like
the
a
garage.
shelter, Troy. So why would you want it
I
inside
think
a shelter?
I'm generally probably out on people pissing in plain view in the garage.
Yeah, that's what.
well, no, I thought
that's
like,
where I was
we're
going
talking
with
about
that.
your
You don't
own
want-
garage. Like, hey, I don't want to go inside to pee. I'm just going to pee out
Divider.
here.
Yeah, that's with a little curtain.
Remember,
Yeah,
remember
little
it's,
shower
a,
curtain.
it's a detached garage.
Oh, yeah, we're going
I
to.
don't know.
Oh, that changes things. I didn't know we were detached. Yeah. Okay.
What's his name? Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, from The Room.
Yeah, The Room, the disaster artist. Remember that?
Never heard of that.
No.
He was a director. He made a really fucked up movie.
Moving
it's called
on.
The Room. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, and it got a cult following. Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose he had a toilet in the middle of the studio with just a shower curtain around it, and he would just use it right in the middle of it.
Okay. With people in there, eh?
Imagine that. Like, you have a toilet in the middle of your garage. You got to park the cars around it.
Some people have drains in their garage.
Yeah, for
Just
washing
piss
their
in the
cars,
drain.
or yeah,
Oh, see, like,
So you don't
washing
even need
their
a
cars,
urinal.
pissing. Yeah.
I guarantee guys that have a floor drain
They're
piss down
pissing in
that
it.
drain.
It's used
for
more
sure. No
for-
doubt. No
Oh
doubt.
yeah. But they have epoxy floors.
Their wife
Yeah.
comes out. Piss all over
It's just dumping this soda out.
they got piss all over
Are
the
you
lap.
pissing in the drain again?
What's that smell? He's shitting in it.
Takes a little cap off.
Just waffle stomping. The dog shit in the garage again.
Honey. All right. I guess I don't know where to take the show now. I think the urinal
it?
topped it, but
Oh man.
Well,
what else can we do
Maybe
to
they
make-
can ask. Maybe that's just one garage they do it to. Like Exhibit was always full of tricks. Like, hey, we notice you piss a lot.
I heard those cars were like the biggest pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
total
time.
hack jobs.
Yeah,
well, I heard the
jobs,
same
yeah.
thing about the home makeover homes.
Yeah.
I heard
Oh,
they were
really?
like unlivable.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
a few years.
I mean,
after.
that's kind of sad because weren't those actually for like people that needed
yeah.
Sometimes,
like
yeah.
needed a handicap accessible house?
yeah. Oh, now you got to deal with all this rock.
Fucking
These
rails
walls
are breaking off the wall.
Yeah.
That's
well,
too
think
bad.
about it. They built those like in what, under a week?
That's how I feel about that bar rescue show.
Yeah.
Like those places look
thing,
like they
yeah.
can't be nice.
I was learning some things about that bar rescue show. What's his name? Like John
Taffer.
Yeah.
He's a character.
Yeah. But, you know,
Maybe we bring him on in this too.
Yeah.
I always love when he goes in and just torches people.
Yeah. And then they try to contest him. It's like, he's in the right. You were 100%
What's so
wrong.
stupid is like the cameras are in there. They know he's
Yeah,
coming.
Yeah,
and
well,
they're
you're
still
trying. I
acting
mean, you're
like
frying. You're
idiots.
frying burgers right over the toilet.
Oh,
and you're
who's
I don't
this?
know why he's trying to stop us doing it. It's just- there's so much money there.
But
he's
then a
like,
lot of these
"Oh."
places go back to their old ways.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
They
Most
fail
of them.
within a year.
It's because the problem usually is because the owner is an idiot,
Yeah,
and
that's-
you
yeah.
can't fix that.
You
They
can't
should have
fix
never had a
stupid.
bar to begin
You're
with.
sucking the money out.
I know. Yeah,
Some of these people should have just never had a garage.
that was
Yeah.
a good show though. I think it's still on, right?
It is.
I think it is,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it is.
Bar Rescue.
I just like watching the previews for it. That's pretty much it.
Him yelling
Yeah.
at someone.
Yeah. It's like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, they're always like heated up
Get
yelling.
the fuck out of my kitchen. He's
All
like,
right,
get
I
back
got a
here and
good
make
one.
that.
I got a good one. Does a deep fryer belong in a garage?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a.
I
Are we
know somebody
talking
that
like-
had a deep fryer station.
Is this OSHA certified garage, or are we talking?
No,
just
this is like
Detailed.
this is just
this
like,
is like bootleg.
Anything
like,
goes.
Whatever you. Yeah, I say yeah.
So
Yes.
I did that at
Yes.
my dad's house like years ago when I was in college, and the place stunk up so bad from the oil.
What's
It
that
was
smell?
absolutely
Did you have it like
disgusting.
close to the wall? Did it
I
discolor
didn't
the
th-
wall?
I
or-
didn't think about that. Yeah,
It was nasty. A
and
deep
grease
frying.
up.
that goes back
First
to,
of all, if you deep fry food, you'll like never want to order it at a restaurant again. It's so disgusting.
Especially
like
because
the oil's fucking black.
Yeah, like you use it
It's-
once. I feel like you got to change it out right away.
which you don't, obviously,
Yep.
because who's changing vats of oil?
McDonald's
in their
using that shit for a
garage?
month.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it tastes so good.
I know.
Oh God. No, that was a phase for sure in college, like deep frying.
Ooh, we had
In the
that.
garage,
We
yeah.
did that.
Well, not in the garage. We did
And
it right
then
in the kitchen.
my wife and I got a deep fryer for our wedding and literally never used it one time.
Because you're already sick of.
It's like
You
it was
already knew.
over. It's
You
like,
knew.
yeah, this is
I
done.
just remember that those drunken nights, just finding anything in the kitchen. I think at one point we deep fried a whole loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And I'm
God,
pretty sure the loaf
sounds
of bread was
nasty.
expired by a long time.
Dude, deep frying like fries was awesome. I was like French fries.
Oh, I think
best
we
way.
did
It was
everything.
unbelievable,
Like,
yeah.
I think we did everything other than what was supposed,
What was supposed to be in a deep fryer?
Oh, really?
Squirrel.
We were putting Pop Tarts in there and everything.
candy bars. Like all we were doing is just like I think we had like a thing of breadcrumbs and like we just beat a bunch of eggs.
Deep
and just,
fried
like,
Oreos.
Expired eggs, yeah.
You ever
I
had
just had a
those?
deep fried
They're actually
Oreo for the
awesome.
first.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
They're
a
really
gas
good.
station that's close to my house that sells a bunch of food. And then the one guy just slid one of those, those cardboard boats that they serve
yeah,
food
yeah.
in.
Slid
He
it
just
over
served,
you?
he slid it and he goes, "This one's on the house or whatever." I'm like, "What is it?"
That
And he goes, "A
seems
deep fried Oreo."
suspicious.
You're regular.
I ate it. Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're putting the lotion in the
I'll be
basket.
honest. That's like the most uncomfortable I'd feel getting like a deep fried Oreo.
I
Like
looked at him and
slid across the gas station counter.
Oh yeah, he's like, this was on the house. No, it's not.
Yeah, this was on the garage.
But what about that? A new type of, how food trucks are all popular now? What
Food
about
garages.
Food garages.
Food garage? I don't know, maybe.
That has a good ring to it, right? Food garage.
Think.
My garage needs an upgrade on the food table for sure.
The deep fryer.
That needs a makeover.
We'll get
it's
Ty.
too small. We run out of space. We
Well,
have too much food for the table.
Isn't that the thing? HGTV. We'll just knock that wall down. It's right. The kitchen's right there, and
Move
it's just
attach it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, attach
Oh,
it.
yeah. Open
Yeah.
concept.
Smash that wall.
I need an
All right,
upgrade.
we're
for
leaving.
sure.
That was load bearing. We're leaving.
Yeah. But where does the show go from here? I feel like the show sucks.
Yeah, we just got.
This
we
show
did
is
that
a
more.
horrible
We made it.
idea.
Yeah, we didn't even get the pilot episode
Yeah,
up.
we
and
couldn't even
running.
write a pilot. We couldn't even do season.
We didn't even
1.
utilize
No.
Exhibit.
Couldn't do episode 1.
Yeah.
Season
Oh,
1.
we should begin it by like Exhibit going through it with the bus, like just totally demoing the.
But it's a bus. The first episode is him pimping out the bus. A shitty bus.
Yeah.
We're just kind of combining too many ideas, I think.
Isn't that how they do
yeah.
shows? Isn't that how Netflix works?
Probably.
we need to keep the attention span of like this new generation that
I know.
is like a
What do you have,
7
5
second-
seconds?
Oh yeah, we'll just
it
make
might be
TikToks.
people dancing. Like
Yeah,
it's just
it'll
clips
be
of people dancing.
7-second episodes.
Yeah,
A sledgehammer hitting the wall. Then it's a quick panning shot of the garage. Like here's the finished thing. And
Tune
then,
in
yeah.
tomorrow
next
for
week on
episode 2.
season. Yeah. Next week we'll start season 2.
Now, if there were any upgrades that you would make to your garage,
urinal.
I'm talking like not like over the top upgrades. Like I'm not talking like feasible upgrades. Like if you could
Yeah.
if you could shoot for the stars and have like one upgrade,
That
one thing to add.
exhibit would come and help out.
Yeah,
Oh, just like the ultimate upgrade?
yeah.
That Ty Pennington would come to you and say,
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Tom,
or
we're fucking doing it.
we'll move the bus if you think of an idea.
Yeah.
Tom would get done doing the line off his thumb. Just, we'll do it.
It's
Whatever
already
you say.
done.
It's whatever you were thinking is beyond that bus. I don't even know. I don't remember. No, he talks more like in a high pitch. I don't remember. But
Yeah, but if there was one thing,
He's kind of got a Ryan Seacrest vibe, doesn't he?
Yeah.
yeah, like
You-
a team move,
maybe we
early, like a
haven't-
team move, Ryan Seacrest.
Or what happens if Ryan Seacrest is the team with him?
But he was more always talking like, how was it? So this family, they like to do
his
it.
voice always sounded like he just got done talking for a long time. Like he
Yeah.
was losing his voice.
Just got done giving the speech of his life.
he
and then
just got
has to do
done
this
hosting
show.
American Idol, and now
Yeah.
he's on that.
Or auditioning.
I don't know,
Oh, how about this?
show.
Would you rather trust Ty Pennington or Exhibit to upgrade your garage?
Don't make me bring up
Exhibit.
Chip and
You would?
Joanne.
Yeah.
Exhibit probably, right?
Oh, we could have him do the exterior of the garage.
Oh, we should have dressed as those HGTV twins.
Oh, yeah. Whatever their names
Oh,
are.
yeah. That
Ty
would've been
Pennington's
funny.
way cooler. If
You
we
would
could
have had to
fight
shave
any
your.
of those,
What would it take for you guys to shave your beards
The
for
garage.
a bit?
Yeah, Packer garage.
I don't think
I don't think I
we
could do it.
How long would it take to grow back to its current form?
5 years, maybe.
Yeah. Something
Are you
like that.
serious?
Yeah.
That long?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
I mean, you can grow it kind of like
Perfection-
close to-
perfection
but it
takes
has to
time.
thicken out.
What's the closest either one of you has been to shaving it off? Is there ever a time where you're just like, I can't take it anymore?
When they're in the shorter phases, like you want to give up.
About 6 months ago for me.
Really?
What happened? Power tool?
No, just I
Here we
woke up
get in
and
there.
I was like, I
I
should
know.
just shave this thing and document it for the other place, the other company. And then I was like,
You
nah,
can say it.
whatever. No, I was like, nah. I was like, I can't, not yet. So someday it will. Someday it'll be
When
gone.
you're ready
Really?
to hand the reins over.
Yeah,
Troy, you know why I'll never shave this beard? Because this is how we met.
that is true.
Yeah. If we didn't have these beards, we wouldn't be sitting in this room.
I think it just got stuff.
That is true. Yeah. Turn off the humidity machine. Yeah.
But for real, that's how we all met, like, because of the beards.
Yeah.
Makes
It
sense.
started with a picture.
Look at this photograph.
And then a good comment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think the TV show is going to work.
No.
They
I
already
think we're
canceled.
shit
That
out
was,
of
a,
luck on
that was a
one.
dumb idea.
I can just
don't
see.
know.
I can just see HTV just like canceled.
We're going to put these twins on TV. Those other twins, the whatever HGTV ones.
I can't remember their names.
Construction Brothers or something?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think it was
Something
something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, something stupid.
They're on commercials.
We'll
and shit
fight
too.
them.
One guy's like a real estate
Oh,
agent. The
speaking
other
of-
guy's like a developer.
I'm just kidding. We won't fight
Do you
them.
think Ty Pennington can fight?
Oh,
he
he's
looks
a
like he gets in
scrapper.
bar fights.
He's a scrapper.
Only when he's on the clock when he's taking a big
Yeah, he's like
big old rip.
And he just turns. Let's go,
Picks the bus up and moves it.
He
it out of the way.
fights a whole bus. He just like of senior citizens just jumps on the bus of this tour and just starts wailing.
He's like, I'll do it myself.
They should let him remodel nursing homes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
See how that goes.
I want a deaf person driving that bus.
He should get to remodel the nursing
the
home
best.
vans that they have, that drop them off at
Yeah.
like church and stuff like that. He should remodel those.
They should prank Ty once and put a deaf person in driving that, and he just keeps yelling, "Move that bus!"
You have Ashton Kutcher that's like, yeah, we put a deaf person on the bus. We're gonna punk.
Oh,
Ty.
God. Remember that show?
Yeah.
It was actually
Yeah.
awesome back in the day.
Well, we could
It
combine
was.
all this. Like, you come remodel someone's garage that they don't want remodeled, and Ty and Exhibit come do that, and then Ashton Kutcher walks in at the end and says, "Yeah, we punked you.
Yeah, we're not
got
really
punked.
remodeled. We demoed it. We're not gonna
We're not gonna
remodel it.
rebuild it."
You make like a Bears garage. It's like you just got punked.
Or you go build his garage in Chicago everywhere.
That would be funny.
See, there we go. Now we have a show. We focus on sports, and you build.
The
opposing- the rival
Yeah,
in
the
there.
biggest rival's garage. We renovate it. Yeah.
That would be funny. Could you imagine? All right, see you later.
And then you have to
Peace.
fight Ty Pennington.
Enjoy your new space.
He's the final boss.
Just imagine when they move to Boston, it's just all Packers gear and just a diehard Chicago Bears fans garage.
You need bars on the bus so people didn't throw full bottles.
They'd be
Yeah.
So you
chasing
bring a
at the-
party, it's a party bus they're moving, and it's just a bachelor party on there, just throwing empties at them. Probably full cans.
Rock and roll.
All right.
Let's do it.
Next week we plan season 2.
Perfect.
But we're getting close to running out of time today. So we want to thank you, Tom, for coming
Thank
out.
you guys. Appreciate it.
But we want to make sure people know where to reach you at. It's at the Green Bay House.
That's
Is
right.
that all they have to look up?
That's all they have to look up.
And
Like
Should I
actually
give out my
at the,
phone
like
number?
actually
Yeah, if
at
you-
the Green Bay house, like with
Both,
everyone
yeah.
show up.
But
At
the
and
next,
at.
but the next close thing to phone number is the Green Bay House open, just for anyone to walk into on Packer
It
home
is.
game.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give out the address or let people find you online?
They can find us.
Okay,
It's like-
that's what I
it's like-
thought. I didn't want to get all creepy.
Where's Waldo?
We're just going to say maybe one day, just you have to find your way there. Be resourceful. Maybe I'll stop giving out the address.
Follow the yellow brick
It'll
road.
just
It
be one
makes
of those
experience
mysterious
it.
things.
It's like those escape rooms, but you're you're
Yeah,
escaping
people just
to
have
come
to.
in.
They have to find their
Put
way
it
there.
together.
You're
What do you think?
escaping reality to come into that.
Or like Pokemon Go, you just hide Pokemon at your house.
No, it's kind of we've had some weird things where people are like, "Yeah, I drove by yesterday just to check it out." It's like,
Oh.
whoa, what?
The garage door was shut.
Like a slow drive by. It's kind of weird.
They send you like video of it,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the hell?
Wait, do you have a Ring doorbell on that house?
Yeah, obviously, but I'm not gonna put my address online, because here's the thing: if people want it, they can reach out, and then I can at least see
Who and screen them.
what type of weirdos are coming
Yeah.
to the house.
How
you know
big
what I
is
mean?
that Schwaben right? You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
See.
Well, you might if you think Weirdo's gonna come. I think Chris Hansen might be a good one for season 2.
Could you?
That's how you should start it. Him sitting in the middle of it. Yeah.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Come on in,
Have a
and you're like,
seat.
What are you doing here with that pizza? What do you have in that bag?
Well, he's gonna tailgate.
Dude,
Sure.
I gotta be honest. Those videos are unbelievable.
Oh,
The
I
Catch a
fucking-
Predator.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are some of the best.
They're
When he
like-
appears
I just
out of the
love
other room,
like you just,
can
you just
sit
said,
here,
have
buddy.
a seat, have a seat, and then
you can go outside.
you see their
Like,
life
oh,
just leave their. Like,
They try to play it off. They're like, oh yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah,
Sit down. What are you
yeah.
talking about?
I was just bringing
Yeah.
this natty ice just to play video games.
Or the guys-
with a 14.
The guys that play it cool.
Yeah.
and then they do that juke move and they try to take off, and then all those cops are
Fucking
waiting
garage
inside.
is loaded with cops. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you can leave now.
I
He's
love
like,
when
no.
he starts reading the messages off the script.
He's like, oh, that wasn't me.
well, you said you wanted to show her your whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like
what
they
did
know
you
it's
mean?
game over.
Yeah, what did you mean there, Jim? Yeah,
You
that
said
guy
right
is-
here you were gonna pound the Bears this week.
So, all right. Well,
Okay, thanks, guys.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
On
Yeah.
that note, yeah.
We'll see you when the season starts.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
So until then.
Cheers.
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 Go Pack Go, and